good.
You enjoy Chicago?
Yeah, quick trips.
Good start.
What were your takeaways from DePaul?
It was a complete 40-minute game. You know, when you play DePaul, you can't get too high or too low because you know that the momentum can shift so quickly. And I'm just glad that we withstood their runs and did enough down the stretch to keep them out of that zone.
What was the biggest difference you kind of saw from this group to put together a full four?
I think you can kind of just tell our maturity and our experience level. We got a lot of older players out there, and we know what to expect when you go into Chicago.
Why do you think you guys have been able to put more consistent four quarters together on the road as opposed to at home?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it's been an emphasis, I think, early on in the year that we always lack in a certain quarter. I don't know the home or the away thing, but
It seems like you guys have just played from in front more on the road and held the lead. Have you noticed any trends or anything? Or is just no?
What kind of challenges present to you guys on Wednesday?
they could hurt us in a lot of different ways. I think they have a talented post that can do a lot of things, but also have a lot of players that can stretch the floor. So I think if we give them uncontested threes, I think they can stay in the game with us.
You got 2 straight home games, nice solid week back here. Is it nice to just be back at home base for a little while?
Oh, for sure. I think when you kind of get to this part of the season, those road trips kind of take a toll. So I'm glad to be here for a good week and a half.
What's a 4 for 8 game from 3 do for you?
It feels a lot of confidence. I think as a shooter, you tell yourself you can't get too high or too low. But I got clean looks in the DePaul game, and just kind of want to do the same as much as possible.
Does your confidence ever? I mean, do you ever feel that when you're in a slump versus when you're on fire? Like, is there a difference in your mind to you?
I'd be lying if I said no. I think you don't want as much of a drop-off if shots don't go in, but you know that's the game of basketball. You know, you can't always control that, so I think just try what you can control.
Have you noticed that teams defend you differently this year, especially coming off the summer you had? Like, have you noticed it's just a different type of attention to detail in terms of knocking you off your spots and taking away your strengths?
Yeah, I think this year I've definitely noticed I haven't gotten a ton of clean looks from the 3 especially. And just getting looks at 2s have been a little bit more challenging, but that's my technique and what I do before I even catch the ball in those areas.
How have you, I guess, saying that, going off that, just like how have you kind of adjusted to that or look to change things maybe?
Chevy's been intentional in film with me, just kind of showing positions and how I can use my body more. I think that was something I wanted to improve this year, and I don't feel like I've really taken full advantage of that yet.
I know after the Butler game tomorrow, you guys get Providence on Sunday. I'm sure you kind of remember last year when you played them here. Does that stick in the back of your mind at all?
A little bit. Flame mentioned something post-game at DePaul, how we kind of bounced back against them last year and then had a rough game against Providence. So I think just getting in the groove here, I think DePaul we felt pretty good about what we did there and just carried out the game plan for the next 2 games.
How important is it maybe to have these 2 home games to protect home court, but again, kind of continue to hit your stride after that?
Yeah, I think we want to get another win. I think, Matt said we haven't played our best basketball here at home, which is disappointing, but new year, new us.
Your assist to turnover ratio has been really good this year. What's been the like the catalyst for the jump in the playmaking efficiency for you?
I don't know. I feel like I've just been in more control. I feel like I try to squeeze passes that probably aren't there a little bit in the past, and like in practice I have some bad plays, but I don't know.
Is it boosting your confidence as a playmaker, seeing how far above water you are in that regard?
Yeah, I feel like the pressure doesn't really used to come to me. If like someone was like in my area in the past, I like just wanted to get the ball out of my hands, but I think I've made a jump at just kind of reading things and not getting too stressed about it.
We're going to see any more outfield throws like against Wyoming, maybe, like that you said?
Yeah, I did it all the time in high school. So
Yeah? Just wind up and let it rip?
Morgan's got to get to practice.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.